Hello everyone, I'm starting a series on a very important topic which is motivation. In this video, we will have an introduction to motivation, and then in the series, I will cover different areas of motivation. So let's start with the introduction. We have often heard people saying that if you're motivated, then it's very easy to achieve difficult things, and if a person is not motivated or demotivated, then it's very hard for him to achieve simplest of things. So why does it happen that a person who, in spite of having all potentials, fail to achieve things simply because of lack of motivation? So let's understand the whole concept with an example. We see here three different types of people: a sports person, an employee, and a student. They all put in lots of effort to achieve certain things. An employee too, a sports person, and a student, they all work hard. Why do they work hard? Because they all have a goal to achieve. They all have certain desires to achieve. But what compels them, what pushes them to achieve those goals, those desires, is actually the motivation. So for a sports person, motivation will be winning medals for his or her country, appreciation from his fans, and improving past performance. For an employee, the motivation will be getting good hike in his salary, appreciation from his manager and co-workers, getting promoted. For a student, whatever class or age he may be, getting good grades in examination is the strongest motivation. Increase in knowledge and appreciation from parents and teachers. So we see here that these are different motivating factors, different motivations for different people. Now let's understand from where did the word motivation came. It is derived from the word motive, which means a reason for doing something. Motivation is an impulse, the driving force to do things. It is the process which encourages a person to give their best performance, that is, their 100%. It is defined as a reason behind the character's specific action. So, till here we understood that we all have certain goals to achieve, and the force which pushes us to achieve those goals, those desires, is motivation, which varies from person to person. Now let's see the types of motivation. As we have seen that motivation varies from person to person. It's not constant. For an example, two students having same goal of getting good marks, but for both of them, the motivation which forces them to achieve their goals will be different. For one student, it can be to show off to their parents or to the teachers. For the other student, it can just be enhancement of knowledge. So we can broadly put motivations into three categories, which are extrinsic and intrinsic, negative and positive motivation, and financial and non-financial motivation. Now, extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is the external form of motivation. That is, here the motivation comes externally. It can be money, praise from others, awards, recognition where a person is working. These things comes externally, can be a motivating factor for him. Intrinsic motivation is the internal form of motivation. That is, it comes from within a person. Appreciation or for knowledge gain, his internal values, or the positive reaction from his near and dear ones can be a motivating factor which comes in internally from a person. Now, positive and negative motivation. Positive motivation is reward-based encouragement method. Here, the rewards can be recognition, appreciation, hike in salary, whereas in negative motivation, it is punishment-based boosting method. It derives from the fear of punishment and losing things. Most of the times it happens that an employee who is working in an organization puts in heart and soul into his work, not just for appreciation or recognition, because he always have a fear that if he will not do these things, he may lose his job. So for him, in this case, negative motivation works, which can be demotion, layoff, fear of losing jobs. Now, financial and non-financial motivation. Financial motivation refers to monetary rewards which should be of substantial value to the person. It can be bonus, wage, salary, retirement benefits, these all which can be calculated in monetary terms. Now, non-financial motivation doesn't involve money. These bring psychological and emotional satisfaction. A person may long for ego satisfaction, for self-actualization, for enhancement of his knowledge, to gain certain things. For these type of people, non-financial motivation works. With this, we come to the end of this topic. So in the next video, we'll cover the topic motivational cycle, its phases and its flow diagram. So thank you. Bye. Take care.